Well, I was doing something on my project over there, and I came up on this thing right here. It's 12 inches long. It's graduated off there in something. You can count them. The big numbers are printed on there. And a reason that I watched the video on the YouTube a couple days ago. Watched the video in a foreign country from here. The video was about making this. Made thousands of them, like 1 million of them these things. And they start out with a tree limb and end up with this right here. Well, after watching that video, the project I'm doing today is, I had to take some time off and paint my bed. I got a little filigree work to do right there, and then we'll be good to go on that project right there. We can get on to, I can get back to this. Actually, that's kind of serious. Should get on to that first. It's the magneto that goes on that Emerson Bronnenham, ever how you say it. It's really good. It has a wonderful spark right here. We're gonna look at it. We'll see that spark right there. You probably can see it maybe out here in broad daylight. See if I can trip that. I'm gonna trip this thing over here. I would venture to say I would think they would have been a spark right then. I can't see it. Let's see if I can see it. Oh yeah. I'm gonna put it on the engine. I'm gonna clean up points up there on that igniter. Oh, it's really good. Could be original, so I didn't want to. It's good. We're gonna put this back on that engine, see if we can see if it'll start up. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. But I had to take some time. Had to take a little time and paint my bed. I got that done, and then today I was gonna put some insulation up on the garage door. So I needed to do some measurements, and I had to clean up in order to get that done right there. Oh yeah, this is something recent I got. It's that's for an understrike type M. It's a different kind of cam. And on an understrike M, the cam shaft is shorter than the other models. This being the other. If you put them up here together to compare the length, it's about a 1/2 inch longer on the late model. Pencil that in your book there. But we got that in for cleanup. Get it cleaned up and get it in the parts department down there. But question on my YouTube channel was, I'll show it to you. This thing right here. We'll get a close-up on it. But for the time being, seeing how that I was taught from a very early age to accept these giveaway rulers. They're 12 inches long most of the time. So, as a legitimate measurement. If I was doing business with someone and they measured the item with this scale, I would accept that as being a 1 foot long. I would accept this as a good enough measurement for me. Well, I'll show you why. It's just marked off in inches and half in different lengths of little things down that way. And then it has some more in between that, like on a quarter and I think a 1/16 is what it's marked off in. But I've always accepted this as cut it right there. You know what I mean? It's worked for me. With this acceptance, you would have to question it as to how long is it? I'll show you. I'm not gonna get no more rulers out. Rules. I'm not gonna get no more rules out. This is enough right here, and I'll show you just a little something for that blank page in your book right there. What this is, you know what I mean? Down home entertainment. That's what I'm talking about. Don't be confused that this right here is a 12-inch ruler. It's 15 inches. And it's not all the way to the end. It messes you up. I've used this ruler before, and I was always off about 1/8 of an inch. And it marks it off with each end like that. I should grind that off for me, because it's, you know, if you put it up there like that right there and you mark it down here, you're already 1/8 inch too long. So that's the story on that. But that's some kind of business ruler, I think. You know what I mean? Specialized. It's actually marked off in tenths on that side. It's irrelevant to the accuracy of this. Up to the point where you could put this on here like this right here and put that down there like that. Not going past that black part on that and come up here on this right here. Well, I went from the wrong end. I should have went from this end down here and looked at it right there, because I can see the numbers against this way right here. Actually, I can compare them up. I mean, this is a first right here. You know, there's a lot of other stuff you've already seen on this YouTube, but you ain't never seen nothing like this right here. You know, afternoon lesson here in the middle of Tennessee. They said it's the geographical center of something. You know, quote me on that there. TikTok, go ahead and TikTok. But if you look at that right there, straight down here like I am, and you come down yonder, it's right on a foot, you know, 12 inches. But most people wouldn't accept this right here as a measurement. It's, oh no, you got to have one of them. This is a real good ruler right here. You may wonder what I'm doing, but every one of them's right on 12 inches. I'm testing these rulers right here to make sure they're long enough. Because this right here has always been the standard of measurement. I mean, from like right now, 2-day time period in the history, even pre-kindergarten, children are taught that this right here is here's your ruler, it's 12 inches, you know, from minute one, that's the standard. So, I think this is another one of specialized rulers. It's really good. It's made in Japan. Stamped on there. That's nice. I probably should, let's see one here. Okay. Now I probably should take another ruler and put across the bottom there and make sure. See, they're the same length right there. Actually, they're not. I was off. There was a little error there, but it ain't now. I done corrected it. And if I look down through there, just take my word for it. If I go across through there like that right there, well, that's right on it. Almost. It's close. It's close enough. And this thing, that's a HB Rouse and Company up there in Chicago. That's a number 14 right there. Made in the USA, I think. Stamped. But even it's got that little hooker thing right there on it. You do like that right there, you can't go no further. You know, it's rounded off there, but it does actually go to 12 inches straight across. So to see if we got something right there, I'm gonna turn that right and over so it don't confuse me. Okay, and what I did, I pushed that down there like that, and I'm holding some pressure with it with that 3-finger application right there. 2 on the ruler to hold it straight like this. I'm gonna show you. You put 2 right there like that, and you put another up there like that, and you put it on top right there and hold it with some bias to that angle, and then you come up here and you take either one of these others that you think straight enough that way and put it across through yonder, and it's right on it yonder. And they give these away free. Used to did. Around election time, you know, most of the time have a candidate printed on them. But it's made out of wood. Don't have much a good paint job on it. But, you know, according to the video, and the price, you couldn't ask, it was free. You know, you couldn't ask for nothing any better. But, well, you're going to say that need a better, greater ruler. And this right here, this is too little for me to use. That's a Fowler right there. Another USA-made rule. It's 12 inches again, end to end, accepted. And it's got some little bit of graduations on there. They're just too small for any need in the job shop. But if you put that on here and you come down here and you know what I mean, with no, don't be looking up here on this end, with no indication up here, and you put that down yonder, and when you accept it and you're looking down on yonder, you say, okay, that's perfect on the end right there lined up. And you come down through yonder and you see what you got up here. Well, it's something. Take my word for it. But it's, you know, you could, no, you couldn't. This is good enough like it is. But you ain't gonna accept all this right here, that Fowler and this other. I know you ain't gonna accept it. I don't want them other brands down in there. I think it's a good brand. So, well, there's another freebie. You know, that's a little better quality. But I think it's still free advertising. This comes from the low price store. It's been cut off from a yardstick. But on the end right there, if you can see that, if I can point that out to you, right in this area right here, you can see half of that measurement line, meaning it's exact. And down here on this foot line, it's exactly on the line also. So just visually, that's 12 inches right there. You know, you can take that to the bank. So if you come over here and you put on this ruler like that, and you come up here and you put on that right there, Actually, it's off a little bit. I'm gonna check it with this one. Okay, it is off. Whew, man. I'm gonna keep it. It's been good enough so far. But to confirm, they say, this is that sterret. This is a sterret here. They say it makes it better. That's a number C303SR. So you can look up the limits on it. But it's marked off pretty good. It's marked off in tenths, which ain't too much value to me. You know, I operate in inches. But if you put on the end down there and you put on the end up there and you come up here, okay, if you can see this, we'll look at it together. And you want to hold the same distance on each side, not have it like that. Okay. Okay, that's how much it is. You know how much, you know about how thick a ruler is? A rule, like that thick right there. If you put it right there, that's how much difference there is in them. I'm just saying. Now, I say all of that to have the credentials to answer this question on my YouTube channel as to this thing right here. Let's blueprint that. That goes on one of them internationals, McCormick Dairy, a Type M. This is 1.5 horsepower. Goes on that there EK. The YouTube. Oh yeah. Said, what kind of ruler do you use? And this is just that's my bench ruler. Just it stays right here on the bench. So it was rusted really bad at one time, and I've done cleaned it up, and by use, it's done already polished itself. It's about 1/16 of an inch thick. I use it to stir paint with too, but it's a rule 12 inches long, 16ths and 8ths, and 64ths and 32nds. But I accept that as my bench work. It's a what's the number 4? It's the LSS company.